Oh, what's going on, people? Hope you're all right. All right. So we're gonna do something. We're gonna be doing some more teaching of, looking into worldly kind of problems. You know what I'm saying? So today we're looking at this what's it? Trans mothers debate. Matt Walsh. Okay. So listen, we're gonna listen to just the understanding of transgenders, like why they think they're women or why they should have that title of a woman and stuff like that, and the things they have to go through. Is it right? Is it wrong? Stuff like that. Okay, so we're just gonna jump straight into it. We ain't gonna take long. Let's go.
Hi, Matt. I'm transgender. I'm born and raised here in New Mexico. I have a graduate degree in information technology, marketing, business, and finance. Uh, I own my own home. I pay taxes. I have a six-figure job. I'm a respected professional in Albuquerque. I'm a mother. Uh, my life experience is that I'm an awesome person. I am well liked. I'm responsible, and I think I'm pretty cool. Uh, you touched on something. You said something earlier that for you, when somebody calls you a man, it doesn't faze you because, like, you just know that you're a man. Uh, that was interesting to me because I feel the same way about my identity as a woman. My question leading up to this, you've asserted that.
Now, this person was born a man and decided along the way somewhere to change over to a woman, right? She just, he, she, whatever the title is, just turned around to the host and said, because you're labeled as a man and you're happy with that identity or whatever she just said. The point of the matter is he was born a man and he's kept that label. So I don't understand exactly what she meant by that. We're going to go back.
I'm pretty cool.
He.
Uh, you touched on something. You said something earlier that for you, when somebody calls you a man, it doesn't faze you because, like, you just know that you're a man. That was interesting to me because I feel the same.
Can I say one more thing though, right? For all the people that have been put on this planet, born on this planet of normal ways, boy, girl, boy, girl. Do you know you're only adding confusion to the subject, to the people, right? By calling yourself something else. Now you're gonna see these little kids looking at you like, huh? You're a woman though, or you're a man, huh? Do you know you're just adding injury to the whole education of biology when it comes to the male and female subject? That's all that this is doing. It's confusion. It's confusion, but sorry, let's carry on.
Way about my identity as a woman. My question leading up to this, you've asserted that no one would ever see me as a woman, that nobody would ever see or could see a transgender person as a woman.
Nope. Can I be honest? Like, obviously, the man you're talking to, the host, is a man, right? And he represents. So I'm gonna call him a real man, just like I'm a real man. And we can tell you the truth right now. You will never be accepted as a woman. You're not a woman. You are something different. It's like we say mixed race people. What I say, mixed race people are black. A lot of people say they're not black. So at the same tone, you're saying mixed race people will never be accepted as black. So then what do? We put them in a different department then, right? I'm gonna call them black all my life because that's what it is, especially if they got afro hair. Anyway, right? So they're expected to go into their own different department, right? So why should transgenders be called classed as woman, go in their department, be woman? Like, why? Why are y'all not in their own department? You understand? Why are you trying to take the label of the woman? Why? And you know you're nothing like it. If anything, you've got thoughts in your head wanting to be like one. But that would be called confusion, miseducation. Let's carry on.
And yet, I have dozens of friends from diverse backgrounds, women from the reservation, a woman from Japan, several immigrant women. I have my coworkers, I have my boss, my VP, my CEO, all respecting me as a woman. My family, my long-term friends who are actually here with me. All of these people assure me, like, I'm a woman. They'll tell me, girl, like, there is no way you are a man.
All right. Okay. So let's do this properly. Do you know how many white people I know where black people will say you're black, but they know they're not black, right? I mean, all right. Do you know how many young people out there that act like they're adults or act grown, that can take care of their family, but they're not supposed to be? You know, people. All right, that one was a bit of a stupid one right there. But we go back to the black one because that was kind of good. You know what I'm saying? Because your friends turn around and say to you, "Oh, you're not a man, you're a girl," or "Oh, you're not white, you're black. Look at the way you act. You act black." It's because you're acting that way. It's acting. Maybe you're supposed to be an actor. All right. Maybe you was born with the actor gene and you got confused along the way and you think you're supposed to be another person. Right. People need to respect what they are. Do you understand? Instead of trying to mess up the atmosphere and putting out something, how can you try and relate yourself to another thing about when you are not that? You have not got a vagina. You was never born with one. Do you understand? You have not got what it takes to build a baby in your belly. So you are not a woman. Do you understand? And I don't care if you want to go to the English dictionary and want to try and change up the word so we see what woman can mean man too, or I don't know, because that's what you'll probably do at some point. Update some stuff and make it mean the same thing and stuff. Like, why don't you just call yourself a guy? Right? Guy is unisex. Just yeah, we guy, we trans guys. That's more better. Don't call yourself a trans woman, trans man, whatever. Don't. Okay. Oh, wow. You can say trans woman as long as you put the trans in that first. You know what I'm trying to say? But I'm just saying, like, woman, you are not female. You are not a woman. You are different. If mixed race people are not black or they're not white, they are different, then you are the same. So stay in your lane. Simple and plain.
They see me as a woman. Why? So the question. Okay. How can you assert that nobody would ever see me as a woman when my material experience tells me you're wrong? Okay.
No. That's not your material experience. Don't mean nothing. You talking about you got friends around you saying that you're female. That means like you're bitch made. But that don't mean you're supposed to be female. There are a lot of men out there that are really feminine like, or they sound really soft and that, but they're men, right? So because like I'm sure that the guys that got feminine like tone in their voice, I'm sure they've been called female all their life and they denied that because they know what they've got dangling in between their legs. They know they got a hairy face and they know they got muscles and they know their mission in life. Do you understand? Just because you sounds like so, all right. And so if you look down and you got nice feet, as a man, you got nice feet. Like some would damn near say you got like beautiful feet, like women, right? So that one could supposed to turn around and say, "Oh my God, because my toe is kind of cute, I'm going to change." Is that how it's supposed to work? Yeah, is that supposed to work? No, I don't think it is. I don't think so. I don't think so. People need to understand, right? Um, Nobody's perfect. Let's go with that. Nobody's perfect. Get me? Because you was born a certain way, right? A certain, like male or female, doesn't mean that you're all right. Then let me say this: do you know that we were all in when we're all in the woman's stomach, right? We're all females. Did you know that? Did you know that? Basically, we're all females in the woman's stomach. We all start off that way, or we all males. Can't remember. I think it's females, right? Yeah, I think we're all females, and then eventually, like the penis would grow or not, right? So Like the choice was made. You can't stand up and because you've been hanging around your mother for the most of your life growing up and that, then decide that you were supposed to be a woman or a man because you feel that way. You don't know how a woman or a man, depending which one you're in, supposed to feel. Do you understand? You don't. You don't. You have no clue. You're just saying because you feel different from a man, so you must be a woman. No, because you feel different from a man, then you can be something else. Do you know that in time in the past they've done creations, and I can pull up the content where man have mixed humans with animals, and I can show content. I can even show some of the creations they've made. They didn't live very long, but what would they call themselves? I'm sure they wouldn't call themselves a man or a woman, knowing they've got something like you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much they want to tell themselves that, when they're at home at night, sitting in their house or lying in their bed, that's when the haunting comes. You're trying to be accepted. How about you learn to accept yourself? Then we can accept you. Start there, people. Accept yourself so we can accept you. We will accept you. The thing about humans, we're going to accept people anyway, but at the same time, right? There's no more cap on crazy. You know, another thing that I find amazing, people, baby mothers, new baby mothers and that, struggling, bringing up kids. How many people out there have took the time out to write a book on how to raise a child? I always hear this talk about there's not a book on raising child, there isn't a book on it. Well, there's a lot of successful people out there that's raised child successfully, so why haven't you written a book? See, all these things could be out there to help the young generation grow up. And we can't forget the fact that a lot of people out there were damaged, a lot of people were raped growing up, stuff like that, abused as kids, and they've took the gay route. They've gone gay because of these actions, or it may be witness some suffering to their mother, getting beat up all the time, so the kid was grown to hate men. A lot of things like this happen for people to turn gay. Sure, you got the ones or two that they're so-called born gay. You understand? But like that's a small majority. The rest of them are polluted. The rest of them are brought and paid to do it and all that stuff. Do you understand? But nobody wants to talk about this. You want to act like, oh, because I got a friend that says they've got nice nails and lady feet, it means I'm a woman, so I'm just going to rock with that because I used to think my feet were pretty. So, yeah. No, you need help. You need help. You see, the government won't say that. The government wants to give us all what we want, so it causes confusions. So our minds off the bigger matter. And you know what the bigger matter is at this time? Coming together, stopping this moneyless society coming in. So we should have been running up and down and fixing the problem that they're messing around and removing them out of office and stuff like that. But yet, we got to take care of things like this. We got to worry about our kids being around people like this. We got to worry about these people going into our schools and polluting our little baby kids that brains are just barely starting to work with all this stuff. But yet, all this stuff should be accepted. No care for our kids no more. But it's all right for these adults to destroy kids' minds going into schools and doing all this. Sorry, people. I'm getting a bit passionate. Let's carry on.
It's interesting that that's the part of my talk you chose to ask a question about, because that's not in my talk at all. I don't believe I said that no one would ever see you as a woman. I mean, it's possible, I suppose, that you could fool someone. Now, you brought this up, so I have to tell you that you brought this up. You've put your identity on the table for conversation. And so I'm going to say you wouldn't fool me at all. I mean, I see a man 100%. And I think that most people...
Right. I'm sorry, but it's right. You're putting out your hands like, wow, why you say that for? Because it's facts. I see a man 100%, and I will not put you in the same category as a woman. The thing that I was put on this planet to be attracted to. You are not that. You are a lookalike. Like you got a box of Kellogg's cornflakes and you got the duty-free ones. You go to Asda. Yeah, you're just duty-free. You want to be. Do you understand? You're not the full potato. You understand? You're a jacket potato. You get me? You're not supposed to have cheese and potato when you buy it from the shop in the bag with over potatoes. It's not supposed to come with cheese. Okay, let's go.
Would now the fact that you have people in your life who are saying to you, "Oh, you're totally a woman," it's exactly what I'm talking about. No one in my life has ever once said to me, "You're totally a man, Matt."
Right.
You know, if a friend of mine called me on the phone and said, "Listen, Matt, I want you to know, you're really a man," I would think that there was something wrong with him. I would say, why are you saying that at all? It doesn't make any sense. So the fact that this is a conversation to begin with tells me, it only proves the point that I'm trying to make, that your identity, even in your own mind, is up for, is something that you need to be assured of. Now, what I would like to ask you, again, because you're standing here, and so you've brought your identity on the table for discussion. So how do you know that you're a woman?
It was first when I heard transgender persons describe their experience in their
Okay, how'd you know you're a woman? He said. All right, let's go.
own words. And this was only about 2 years ago. Hearing somebody describe things, it was a woman from like England, describing her experience, her childhood, her teenage years. And it blew my mind to be listening to her, because it was just some podcast that I was listening.
Okay, let me say something. He just said it's only 2 years ago. So is he 2 years into being gay, a transsexual? Because that's what made him believe he's a woman, right? He's 2 years in. So we need to some point talk about why they're going around schools and polluting little kids' growing mind that don't understand much about life, because you can see that there's an agenda, and whether transgenders like it or not, they're a part of the agenda. You understand? So these people are a part of killing our kids. That's just a fact. You get me? Whether they know it or not. You understand? Hence why they need to stop this stuff. If they're serious about their agenda and about their, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Right, then they would say, stop doing these things to our kids. But because clearly they don't do that, shows they're a part of the agenda. You understand? Oh, hey, listen, hey, it's 2023. We're going to clean up, man.
Listening to while I was like doing laundry. But it blew my mind to hear somebody so eloquently and precisely describe things that I had experiences
What
that I
was the
had
description?
experienced.
What did they say?
Well, there, but exactly, that was the question in the first place.
Okay, so I am honestly hesitant. I know that you touched earlier about the difficulty that transgender women might have in describing their identity, but I want to state, I honestly don't feel that you would engage in this conversation in good faith.
Then why are you here?
What the fuck? What? So now you're being attacked? What you feel like you're being attacked or something in good faith? See, this is what people do. They scream like they're getting attacked so they can run. You know what? This has just threw up so many red flags. You've come on a show and he's asking questions about the whole transgender ordeal, and now you're going in defense mode like you're being attacked. Wow. I didn't think, so they got no answers.
Why did you stand up to talk to me if you don't want to have a conversation? You're saying that you discovered that you're a woman. I'm asking you how you did. That's a very fair question.
Okay.
How do you know that you're a woman?
That's fine. All right. So first of all, listening to transgender people, and it was like, okay, this is a one-off, one person describing these things. Things like looking at yourself in the mirror and not recognizing yourself. Hearing compliments like, you are such an example.
Well, you know what cures that? Sometimes I look in the mirror and I've got a lot of hair on my face where it shouldn't be, you know what I'm saying? Because I like to keep myself propped and pruned, you know what I'm saying? So what I would then do is shave it off and I look like myself again. Okay. You should try it. Is that what happened? Did you look and you had a beard and you said to yourself, God damn, I can't see my beauty spot? So I don't know. Like if I look at myself and I look different, it's normally because maybe my hair's grown. Anyway,
a positive masculine role model, and just hearing that and being like,
Fair question.
Okay.
How do you know that you're a woman?
that's fine. All right. So first of all, listening to transgender people, and it was like, okay, this is a one-off, one person describing these things. Things like looking at yourself in the mirror and not recognizing yourself. Hearing compliments like, you are such an example, like a positive masculine role model. And just hearing that and being like, it feels like they're talking about somebody else. It means feeling alone, even when you're surrounded by guys, even when you have a lot of friends. And I was active in like Boy Scouts. I'm an Eagle Scout. I had great masculine role models my whole life, and yet I never felt like I belonged. I felt welcome and
But
included.
why does that make you a woman?
right. Like being told that you're a very strong man, or masculine and stuff, and you felt well, I don't feel like a man. I feel so you got praise for something, and then you rejected that praise. That's because listen, well, whatever. This has got nothing to do with a woman. So when a woman gets praise, she feels like she don't get praise. I don't know. I'm confused. I am confused right now. So is this a description of women? Women, is this you? You look in the mirror and you don't feel like yourself? Wow. What? Huh? So women, do they look in the mirror and don't feel? Is that why they wear makeup? Huh? Like what? Let's back it up 10 seconds.
Great masculine role models my whole life, and yet I never felt like I belonged. I felt welcome and
But
included.
why does that make you a woman?
Because
As opposed to just a man who doesn't get along with some other men, or a man who's depressed, or a man who doesn't feel at home totally in his body, which, by the way, is a pretty universal human experience. Everybody goes through it at one time or another. So in what way does that make you a woman, though? And it's interesting. You're telling me that you listen to the experiences of other transgender people.
Well, yeah.
But what about women?
So
Because trans women are women, you would say, right?
I would say that. Yes.
Exactly the same.
Yes.
Wow. Did y'all listen to that? So basically, right, these guys, right, are taking words from transgenders and not women. So when they're listening to transgenders talk, right, it's them talking, not women. So they're transgender talking and they're saying, well, I think I feel like a woman. And they'll be like, yeah, me too. But there's no women in the room to confirm the feelings, that the feeling is like, you know what I'm saying? Do you get what I mean? Not in all cases. I can guarantee there are women that are saying to men, you're like a woman. I can guarantee that. But I'm just saying, in this case.
Okay, well then why do you need to hear the testimony of quote unquote trans women? Like how you pick any actual woman in this room? In what way do you know that you belong in the same category as them?
I know because they tell me. So here was
You need them to tell you what you are?
Women. Yes. I trust the opinions of the women around me.
And if most women...
It's incredible. You might try it sometime.
If most women voted and said they don't see you as a woman, would you say I'm not a woman anymore?
If who?
If most women voted and said they don't see you as a woman anymore, would you then relent and say I'm not a woman?
I would say most people on the planet have no idea who I am. I'm going to trust the opinions of the people who've spent their lives with me.
Right. You see, now this is the thing. That's a dangerous thing to say because a lot of people can account to this, right? They got friends out there that lead them the wrong way. They got friends around them that lead them the wrong way, play with them like in that kind of sense. Do you understand? So you got trust in the 1 or 2, but when we would do like a world survey or a city survey, and they turn around and say, well, you look like a man, you shouldn't be a woman, or you're not a woman, you're still going to take the words of your friends that could be fooling your head over the majority. See the problem there? There's a problem there. I think you're depressed, mate.
But you are relying on other people to tell you who you are, is what we're establishing.
For context, I know you like to say, everybody's rah-rahing and supporting transgender people, and yet they're still killing themselves, etc. But I'm standing here in a room full of people applauding you and asking questions like, how can I put out legislation here in New Mexico, my home state I grew up in, to try to reverse transgenderism? I'm not safe. And it
How are you
wasn't...
not safe? You just said you're standing in a room with people who disagree with you and you're perfectly fine. So how are you not safe? Okay, look, we're going round and round. You don't want to answer any of the questions.
Can I put this out there? Can you please, right, stop going into the children's school and affecting the children with this disease? It's clearly a disease. If you pay attention to what this man is saying, he's not making notes. This woman, man, woman, I don't know the title, but this guy, all right, this guy not making no sense, and he's kind of panicking. Do you understand? Now he's trying to point out the people in the room, like to feel like they got the back against the wall. Like before they made that comment and say, I feel like you're trying to mean it in a certain kind of way. Now you're getting really defensive right now. You understand? Like you can't answer questions, yet you stood up to answer questions. Like you can't make this up. Listen, stay away from the kids. These are developing minds, kids. You're only entering them into confusion. You're killing our kids at an early stage. If they're at the same age as this guy right here and whatever, like 18 plus and whatever, then you promote it. In fact, make it, if you're going to promote it in school, it has to be promoted, taught or whatever, the last year in school. In fact, it shouldn't even be taught in school. It shouldn't. Especially if you're living in places like Christian schools and stuff like that, where there's the churches and stuff, and they go by words of God and that. It shouldn't be taught in schools at all. Some minds ain't even developed by the time they've left school, so it shouldn't. It should be taught at an age, where it's like 21. God damn it. Leave the kids out of it, man. Get me? I don't want to see kids walking around not knowing what they're saying, like this guy right here. You get me? He's kind of confused. Sounds like he's probably depressed with their life, his life, her life. You see how I'm confused giving it a title? I should say it, innit? Really? When you don't know what something is and they don't know what they is, have to go to their friend to get confirmation on some stuff. And it's only like seven people saying that stuff to him. Anyway, I want you to just look at stuff at the same way. A lot of y'all are rocking right now because your friends are keeping you up. Listen, I'm not saying you can't be who you want to be. Well, I kind of am saying that, but I'm saying just pick the right choice in it and keep it natural. But at the same time, I'm not saying you can't do what you want to do and stuff like that. But I'm saying you do what's right. Because remember, your actions is going to affect others. Remember that. You get me? Stop thinking about yourself and think about others.
Maybe we'll end with this because we're talking about womanhood. So people can probably shout out the question I'm going to ask you right now.
Okay.
But you know that you're a woman.
Yes.
What is that?
You know what? I've got a question too. If you know you're a woman, when was the last time you had a period? You understand? And what's period pain feel like? That's what my question would be. You understand? That's the question that drops the mic on the floor and I moonwalk off into the sunset. You know what I'm saying? Buy McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? Fries, milkshake, and a burger. Let's go.
So gender is a social thing. It only
I don't want
makes
to hear
sense.
that. What is a woman? What is a woman?
What is a woman?
The word woman, define in the dictionary. Go.
A woman is somebody who is included and respected and seen and participates in society, recognized by other women. If you speak with women...
What the shada bala boom bang ping ping pow cheering about everybody? What? A woman is a piece of cloth that's on the table. You wipe it once and you put it down. You might as well have just said, what? A woman is a high stature, a society that is being recognized for picking their nose and leaving their clothes on the side. Doing their makeup, making up a whole little moaning not giving the man sex on time. That's nigga. I was about to say the N word right there. I was about to lose it. Get me? Now I was about to give them a new name and call them the N. You know what I'm saying? Instead of Tran. Maybe would you like that title? Would you like to be called a Numpty? Huh? Would you like to be called a Anyway, let's go.
Circular definition.
That's mine. Whatever.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Shall I boom? It just flipping finished like that. Let's back up the last few seconds. As soon as this comes off my screen. 30 seconds.
So gender is a social thing. It only
I don't want
makes
to hear
sense.
that. What is a woman? What is a woman?
What is a woman?
The word woman, define in the dictionary. Go.
A woman is somebody who is included and respected and seen and participates in society, recognized by other women. If you speak with women.
So a woman is someone who is included and something and recognized by other women. So a woman is only a title given by women. What the hell? I'm sorry, we gotta go. All right. Y'all heard it. My man's put his head down. That's a man. That's what men do. We put our head down. Did that sound a bit like dirty? Okay. It wasn't supposed to. But we put our head down at moments like this. Look. Head down. Why are you talking? His head's up. That means he's sick. Okay? He don't even know what you're talking about. I'm not even talking about we're addressing this transaction, that word. Okay? We are addressing this one right here on the right-hand side, yeah. Get me? Like, you try and sexual people out there, you need to go check this guy and say, yo, you just followed our whole gig. It's over for us now. We have to go back to being salt and pepper. Anyway, listen, I'm out, yo. Hey, yo. Anyway, we just chopping up some stuff. We need to have more talks of these kind of subjects because they're important. Do you understand? And listen, with all this madness that's going on in the world right now, I don't want none of y'all to lose focus on the main ordeal. Do what you can to stop this money change thing come in. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a game, you know. It is over for us once it comes in. Yeah, and you really don't see the seriousness on it. Y'all are fooled. Just remember, there's only certain ones of us, those certain, what did they call us? What's the name for people like me? Begins with a C, I forgot. But yeah, I mean, you know, they try and make us look bad when we was talking through the corona and stuff like that, and boom, boom, boom. Listen, everything put out there in your face is for confusion. Keep your mind off the serious matters, and we need to remember the serious matters. Opt out of this money, blah, blah, blah. Okay, make it happen. No playing no games. Make it happen. Do you want to lose all control? You will, you know. Remember when we was talking about this whole robot idea, this new AI stuff, and I told you what they're gonna do. They're gonna make it look pretty. How many of y'all have got them Aleskas and stuff like that in your house? How many of y'all have got all these new kind of gadgets and stuff like that in your house? How many of y'all are opting in to it? You see, they make it look cute and cuddly for you. Sex toys, robot ones, and dolls that can move robot-like and stuff like that. They make it look cute as they bring it in slowly. Do you understand? Because you've accepted it. This is how you accepted it with all the cute things, the things that you may need in your car and blah, blah, blah. You know. And then, boom, the real reason that this technology comes out. The real reason. And that's when you see deaths come. Numbers dropping. Problems. It's always a real reason. They always give us little presents and then bang. Come on, man, you gotta wake up. Anyway, listen, the matters that matter, like this matter, and for this matter, what really like gets to me is the whole school part. Stay out of the schools. When you're 18, 19, 20, whatever, then learn it, promote it. Then stay out of the schools. Okay, we've got enough problems with little kids being raped in their households and abuse already. Now you got these people that, look, stay out of the schools. Okay, leave the kids alone. The kids are our future. Michael Jackson said it. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Shut up. That's not Michael Jackson. All right, then. There's another one. Michael Jackson got another song, though. What's it called? You know, I'm bad. No, not that one. Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you going to school? Listen, I don't remember. There's a song though, right, where Michael Jackson's talking about free the world, make it a better place. No, it's one of those songs. Okay, look it up. You know what I'm saying? There's a song out there where Michael Jackson's talking about, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Gotta look after the kids. You know what I'm saying? The kids are our future or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows it's the truth. Get me? We live through our kids. That's how we live forever. Our DNA keeps running. How else did you find out about your ancestry hubs? Through DNA, right? They traced it back. So we live forever through our DNA and our kids having kids and our kids having kids having our kids. Stop spoiling our kids. Get me? Turning them in this direction is the end of your bloodline. Get me? If everyone turns gay and stuff, then there's no more kids. Now they're doing it in an artificial way. I've put up a video today on my Facebook, and I will do the same on my YouTube, where they got mices, and they've learned how to use a male mice, yeah, and do some stuff with it. It's jizz. You know what I'm saying? Use its own jizz against itself, and now they form the egg around the jizz, and now it can have its own baby without a use of a woman, and they're implanting it into man's now. So for the gay people, then that is. Get me? So now gays can run around with kids. Now listen, I've got no problem with that. The only problem I've got when it comes to things like that is some people out there, I don't really trust two men having kids like that. I don't. Because you might have some problems, like, kids could get touched. That should be banned. That should not be allowed. Everything's going way too fast. You get me? And we haven't even established the safety of this new creation. We haven't established the safety. We know people are dying from the trans stuff, with the operations and stuff going bad and that, and depression after the fact. So we know they're keeping it off the news, but we really know what's going on. You understand? And it's sickening how trans are still promoting it, knowing about the death, what goes on within it, and the nastiness. You see, it's an agenda. This is not a good thing. Okay. And the quicker people wake up, people need to start loving each other. You understand? And what I mean by loving each other is like being there for each other and helping each other with good advice, good information. Because what the government's doing is putting out, yes, you can all do what the fuck you want, and that will cause arguments, and that will cause confusion, right? And then they're gonna give somebody more power than the other. This is gonna cause more problems, And listen, what we see is what we see. What we see today is what it is. Get me? 30 years ago, this wasn't a problem. And I'm not talking about the tranny thing. I'm talking about all the situations. Get me? Like, there was no problems like that. Get me? And now, at this point, God. Anyway, I've ranted enough. I'm going to gym. Everybody have a good day. You know what I'm trying to say? People that are trannies and all that stuff, and gays and whatever group you're in, and blah 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 blah. Listen, just make the right choices in life. You understand? Do good. Get me? Show love to people, and that's that. Think right. Use your brain. Do you understand? Now listen. I think there should be some kind of schools for people that are thinking about being tranny. And I don't mean whole schools. I'm about like lessons, like sessions, where they can go like once a week or twice a week, like for an hour, and go 2 hours, and sit down and have like meeting talk with proper education of what they're walking into. Have they even got that out there yet? Knowing that there's a high death rate. Is there that out there? But yet they're in the schools and dumbing down our kids. You can't make it make sense. You can't. But there's an agenda now. So listen, everybody, use your head first. Get me? Use your mind. Get me? Any actions, you double think it, and then you ask, and try to reach out to people more than just your friends. Okay. There's some ideas for some advice lines right now. So how about some people go and create that? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, anyway, I'm Audi. Have a good day, everybody. Stay alive and keep the kids alive, more important. because they are our future. Yo, peace.